So I sat there and I had this bright idea, being 297 pounds, to go be a Navy SEAL. So the bright idea happens, 297, I watched this show, I finished my chocolate milkshake, and I said I'm gonna be a Navy SEAL. So now the next 2 weeks, I'm calling these recruiters up. And then so these guys are used to getting studs that want to be a Navy SEAL, not a 297-pound fat guy. So I'm calling the guys up, hey man, I want to be a Navy SEAL. Okay, blah, 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 blah. We get to the last question, how much do you weigh? 297, dial tone. Call somebody else. This went on for 2 weeks. So I call a guy named Steven Saljo. Last guy, I was giving up. Steven Saljo was so busy, Navy recruiter, said, come on in, I don't have time to talk to you. So I'm driving in after work, chocolate milkshake in hand. I put my shake down. He looks at me and says, please don't tell me that you are David Goggins. I said, yeah, man, I got right here in my shirt, Goggins. He said, yeah, I'm being a smart ass. And he goes, man, you're fat and you're black. I said, man, you're an observant motherfucker. Sorry, I cussed a little bit because my life was hard. So I don't want to water it down. I'm real. I got about 5 more cuss words before I get cut off though. So I sit there, he's laughing at me. I'm looking at him with this straight up stoic face, like, look man, I'm being serious. So he humors me, takes me back to the scale. I step on the scale, so in front of the scale, I had a nice big chart. It was a height weight chart. So to get the Navy, I could be 6'1" and 191 pounds. That was it. I'm 297, he writes it down, he goes, man, you're a big boy. And he starts writing stuff down. He gets these huge manuals out and brings them out. You were in the Air Force before, yeah, how many years? 4.5. He's doing all these figures, calculating stuff up. How old are you? I'm 24 and a half years old, okay, blah, 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 doing this. Next thing I know, he goes, hey, the only program we can get you in to be a Navy SEAL is about to end in 3 months. You have to drop 106 pounds in 3 months. Roger that. I got my chocolate milkshake and walked out. So here I go back to work, and I'm spraying for cockroaches at Ecolab, and I'm chilling out. I'm like, you know what, man? Maybe I can just be the best Ecolab guy in the world. And I'm spraying for cockroaches, and I never really looked for cockroach areas, so I was spraying. So there's these holes in the wall where you're supposed to find a hole in the kitchen, and it's supposed to find a column, and that goes along, and it kind of flushes out the cockroaches. If you find the right column, it's pay dirt. It's called the money spot. So I have my wand in this place I'm talking about. I can't talk about it because it's, I signed a confidentiality agreement, okay? But it's called Old Country Buffet. So I'm spraying for cockroaches, and if that's filmed, I'm killing you. So I'm spraying for cockroaches, and my brownie falls because they have some good-ass brownies. So I pick up my brownie, and as I pick it up, I felt stuff. And I keep my head focused on the brownie. And I'm thinking, there's no way in hell I found that. And as I'm bending over, I had a big ass. And my mom would put socks. She would sew socks in my ass, and that ripped out. And so I'm sitting, it was a bad time in my life. And I stayed in this position for a while, and I put my hands down here, and stuff's just falling on my neck. And I look up at the tile, and it's open, and stuff just is crawling around and falling around. I hit the money spot, people, all right? So I get my canister real slow, and I'm trying to shake my shirt out. I get my canister, I take my mask off, and I leave it there, and I get in my car, I start it up, I sit there for a second, and I drive home, and I quit my job. So, yeah, done. But now, what am I gonna do? Your best work has to come when you're least motivated. Where does that come from? It comes from basically, I had to stop thinking normal. I had to stop thinking normal. I can no longer be a common man walking around doing common things. But no one taught me this stuff. It wasn't like I had, I paid a trainer to come train me. Jenny Craig didn't come down and miracle my ass. None of this happened. It was on me. And that's what you have to realize. Everything you do, you may have some support, you may not, but it's on you. You have to make the decision whether you want to be a badass or whether you just want to be mediocre and everything's okay. But being a badass hurts real bad. And that's why I didn't want to do it.